San Francisco 49ers owner Jed York's arrest video was released today by the East Palestine Police Department. And let's just say we're going to watch it right here. Let's go over it in real time. I like to see what was going on with the 49ers owner as he was out there in East Palestine trying to get some pootie tang, you know, and he got caught in the sting. Let's watch this video released by TMZ. Let me get my headphones. Hear it. Here we go.
Hands. Don't move. Don't do anything. Unbuckle slowly. Slowly.
Do it.
Step out of the car.
Get out the car.
Put your hands on the car.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Spread your feet for me.
Wait, is he wearing a Yankees shirt? Of course, the Stankies. I just had to take a shot at the Yankees. Come on, guys. You know, anytime I got to take a shot at the Yankees, I will. That's just how it goes. How about them Red Sox, man? They about to win the World Series. But anyway, back to the video.
Put your hands on the car.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Spread your feet for me.
Can I ask what you're doing?
What are you doing here?
Can I ask what you're doing? Look like you're getting arrested.
You meeting anybody?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, man. Careful. Don't move around. Hold on 1 second. Alright. You got anything on you I should know about?
No.
Alright, spread your feet again. Is this a rental car?
Yeah.
What are you doing in town? You from here?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I live in Gridiron.
Okay. You're just driving around East Palestine?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta be in this wall. You got it.
This car. Oh, you want me to just take them to your car or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Going over here. You're gonna go on the passenger side here.
Okay. Everything seems normal so far.
Awesome, I think that's it, right?
Should be.
Yeah. Sweet.
That one was easy.
Yeah, that was yeah, super easy despite doing a circle here.
He said super easy. Damn, they even making fun of how easy it was to catch.
More cash in his wallet, dude. You got cash.
Yeah, he does. He's a real estate guy. He's got all the money. Wow. It's crazy the people that do this.
Right?
Like that, they could do whatever they want. Like they could do other things. They could go other ways. But it's wild.
Wow. So that was the video released, posted by TMZ via California Post Sports and the East Palestine Police Department. Now, I mean, that didn't really give us anything. I thought it was going to be like some type of interrogation, maybe a question or something like that. But only thing Jed York said was, "Can I ask what you're doing?" So there you have it. Let me see if TMZ has anything on the article on this. So that's the clip. Okay, so York was clearly taken by surprise when cops pulled him over in East Palestine, Ohio. Authorities released the footage from the billionaire's arrest, which shows him in a New York Yankees t-shirt. He's even wearing his wedding ring. Oh, God. Damn, the wedding ring? But his wife had split up months before. Officers conducted a search, found a stack of 20s, which caused an officer to examine. He's got a shit ton of cash. So apparently Harvey leaving had words about this, and York apparently skipped the owners meeting because I guess he was dealing with that. Let's hear what Harvey had to say. Apparently he had an impassioned speech on a man going out trying to get some pootie tang. Oh, never mind. We're not doing that. All right, so we won't hear from Harvey. I could pull it up on another thing. Nope. We won't hear from Harvey. You want to hear from Harvey? Maybe I can look for it. It's so funny because TMZ posted all type of salacious stuff. So I wonder what he's gonna say on this. About this. No, I don't see. I got something to say. Is this it?
This Jed York arrest shows everything that's wrong about these prostitution laws. You have a police department that is spending time going to prostitution websites, luring guys essentially, and getting them to agree that, yeah, I'll pay X, and in return, we want you to go to a certain address. They pick a mobile home park that has nothing to do with anything other than the cops want a place to bust this guy. So they go to the mobile home park and they wait and they watch York come up and they nab him and they arrest him and they charge him with soliciting a prostitute. Eventually, it's plea bargained down to disorderly conduct. So they spend all this time, all these resources to nail this guy over what? And before I get into the prostitution laws, think of what this does to the mobile home park. So all of a sudden, the mobile home park is national news that they have a prostitute there or prostitutes there, and people make fun of it. And all of a sudden, all these people in this mobile home park are subject to all of this scorn and ridicule. And they didn't do anything. It was all a ruse by the police to catch this guy.
Also, maybe there weren't any real prostitutes at all over there, right? They kind of just picked that spot to set up the operation. It might not even be any prostitutes at all. Because could they have just like, because what was the odds of in that small community that Jet York would have found a, I don't know, that prostitute, like that happened to be not even like an undercover, not even an undercover prostitute. Like they're using basically just the internet and like, because remember they used to, some cities they have actual women posing as the prostitute. So like when they get inside the room, they bust you. You know, you handle the money. Now they just basically they don't even need women. They could just be online, setting up the whole trap, and then they catch you when you either on your way there or leaving the spot because you found out it was the wrong address. So, I mean, Harvey does have a point about like it is crazy. Now, I don't know if Harvey has a point, but it's the wrong time for the point because I just don't have any sympathy really for billionaires that have other ways to get this service. Right. So he went out incognito and went to, you know, his local area. Maybe he wanted to support his local community instead of just going the route of like paying like $5,000 for a high class escort where you gotta get NDAs and stuff. You know, some random hooker in East Palestine doesn't know who he is, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Because remember, even and there's another side of this because even today, even when the women sign NDAs, like if you pay like an escort $2,000 an hour, like if you get one of those high class escorts, there is verification, there is different stuff, and there's no guarantee that these women will still keep your secret. They still will blow you up. They've done it. They write books about it. They talk about it. So maybe Jet was thinking, shit, if I go to somewhere unknown, no one will know who I am. Now, of course, the only problem with that is if you get busted or you end up running into an undercover operation, everyone knows who you are. But he's probably done this hundreds of times. I would highly doubt this was his first time doing this. He just got caught. And so I think Harvey does make a good point about the resources that the police departments do waste on this. But there is another element to this, and that could be argued. And I'm gonna see if he says it first, then I'll say it. I want to see if he covers it.
And catch him for what? What is the difference between some guy paying a prostitute and two people collaborating on OnlyFans, having sex, and then posting it and making money off of that?
Okay. Well, this is a sports page, so I don't want to really get into like the dynamics of why there is a difference. But the clear difference there is like the two people probably know each other. They probably rearranged the setup, meaning that there's a good chance that maybe that person's not forced to do it. I mean, there are some differences. Obviously, OnlyFans girls could also be trafficked and forced to do that work as well. But it is a little bit more complex when it comes to like receiving the money, right? Because everything is online, transactional, credit cards, bank statements, whatever forms you have to fill out, and the taxes involved. Unlike a cash transaction where you just meet a random person, you hand them cash, the government doesn't even know that you made $200 that night. You can make 10 grand. You can make like 10 grand escorting in one night, and IRS will never know because it's literally an envelope full of cash in cases. But there is a difference the way it's handled financially. Unlike now, the initial, obviously, the two people meeting up is not the difference, but you're doing the OnlyFans to make money, right? So the money part is the difference. And yeah, I mean,
What's the difference? They're both engaging in sex for money, okay? But one is a crime and one is okay. The reality is, this shouldn't be what the law is about. This shouldn't be how police spend their time. I mean, if you want to take this to the extreme, how many people marry for money and not love? And that they'll have sex because they get a credit card.
okay, I don't think he's going to cover it. So I'll say it. So the problem with and this is the people who advocate for this stuff. I'm not taking a position either way, but I do see their side of things. There is an issue with trafficking in this country. Sex trafficking is a big problem. A lot of women are forced to work in these spaces. This is where you find these type of women. They find them on escort ads. They're usually working in these type of places. They're in brothels. So there is a problem in that space. And sometimes these women could be underage. So you can't just poo-poo it or just kind of like dismiss this whole thing as, oh, it's just not right. It's just stupid. Because there's a lot more to it than just someone paying. I hate when people, I get that, yes, the ridiculousness of like police resources and all that type of stuff, they should be better to know, like, a guy setting up an independent contract with a woman, especially if they're two consenting adults agree to have services. Yes, that probably should not be a crime, but there is other scenarios, like especially when people go to websites and certain websites, and some of the women who are posted on those sites are being trafficked. And maybe the cops could I think the police honestly should use their resources more to trying to find the women who are being trafficked and bust the Johns who are engaging in underage activity. So like when they're messaging, you know, or even if he's setting even if he's setting traps for like underage, uh, and under entrapment, there's a lot of different laws with that. But even if you're setting up, like if you see, okay, this is a high area of underage girls being targeted by like males and stuff like that, maybe you can set traps like that, do those type of operations where you have fake ads and stuff like that. But if you're doing ads for just one adult trying to bust another adult, yes, that, you know, you can look at that and say that's pretty stupid, or not. I mean, not stupid, but a waste of resources. But let's not ignore that there are women out there who are forced into this line of work. They're trafficked into this line of work, and you know, and that cannot be ignored. You know, are the police going about it the right way? I don't know. I'm not an expert in law enforcement, so I can't tell you that maybe they believe if they bust enough of these, people will stay away. But does that save the women? Right? Because even if women can't make money in one town, the pimp or whoever's trafficking them will just move to another area. So are you really saving the women, or are you just saying we just don't want this in our town? Because when you bust Johns only, you're basically just saying we don't want it here, but we don't really care about the women. You know, so I don't know. But let me know what you think about this. I know this was a bit off of the topic of like, you know, sports, but it is a 49ers owner, and the video didn't really tell us nothing, so I just kind of came up with something else to talk about with it. But yeah, I don't know. This whole thing's crazy.
Tick, tick, boom.